Thank you so much to the people who make these videos possible on Patreon, including the big patrons of this month, the Nerd Therapist and FanGirlStephie. Thanks, heroes. Hey, Pokemon Masters, Birdkeeper Toby here, and yeah, I know I've rearranged my set again. Classic Birdkeeper Toby move, that always changing things around. I try and keep some of the stuff the same, you know, I've got my Noctowl sign still, I've got my Unknown in the background, and of course I've got my good buddy Pikachu. Man, I have had that plushie, that partner Pikachu, since I was a kid, since Pokemon started. Wow, Toby, what a clean segue into the video topic. Because of course, while we all know Ash is Pikachu, there are a lot of Pikachu that are significant to the anime. Because Pikachu, for anyone who's not up to date with this, there's not just one Pikachu, obviously there's lots of them, it's a whole species of Pokemon. That is base Pokemon knowledge 101, but you'd be surprised how many people don't know that. They think of Pikachu as a character because there is one big Pikachu. But actually, there are lots of trainers with my partner Pikachus, and that of course brings me very nicely onto the sponsor of today's video. I received a special little parcel in the post. Let's open it up. A massive thank you to the sponsor of today's video, my partner Pikachu. This is, of course, an official Pokemon project. This is Pikachu like never before. I'm going to open him up. I've actually already had a chance to play with him before. And this is my partner Pikachu. Or your partner Pikachu from now on. He has touch sensors in his head, tummy, and of course in his nose, which allow him to, like, his cheeks light up, his tail lights up, he can use Thunderbolt attacks. My partner Pikachu has a lot to say. I'm trying to film a video. There are over 100 different touch sensor reactions that he can combine with that you can learn and master for yourself. Obviously, he wiggles about. If you leave him alone for too long, he gets bored. He lets you know exactly how he's feeling. He's got his Thunderbolt attacks. You can tell when he's angry. You can tell when he's happy. And for me, my partner Pikachu is such a special sponsor because I have been playing with official Pokemon toys ever since I was a kid. Pokemon figures have always been such a big part of my thing. I mean, you see... Yeah, exactly. You see my official Pokemon plushes and other figurines all over my set all the time, and I'm just so thankful to being sponsored by my partner Pikachu, and you actually have a chance to win yours if you click the link in the description. Or, of course, if... Sorry, keeping you up, am I? And, of course, if you're in the UK like me, your local retailer where you can pick up my partner Pikachu is Argos. Thank you for sponsoring me and looking after the channel, my partner Pikachu. Right, now let's get on with the video. So, Pokemon trainers with their very own partner Pikachu. Obviously, you've got the first, the most famous, the phenomenal Ash Ketchum. Ash Ketchum, of course, is a kid from Pallet Town, and his Pikachu was given to him by Professor Oak because he didn't make it to the lab on time to pick up Bulbasaur, Squirtle, or Charmander. You all know the story, therefore he got a Pikachu that was not so friendly to him at first. But after he decided to defend it from a flock of Spearow, it decided to return the favour, and Pikachu and Ash are now, of course, good buddies. He's never evolved Pikachu into its evolutionary form Raichu. There was kind of the option and discussion. This happened around the Vermilion City Gym where he offered Pikachu a Thunderstone. Oh, actually, I better keep that far away. He offered Pikachu the Thunderstone, but Pikachu was like, no, I don't want it. I don't want to evolve. So, no Thunderstones. Now, of course, the other obvious one I think you'll think of is Red, Ash's counterpart in the games and the manga. In the manga, Pikachu was not Red's first Pokemon. In fact, it wasn't even his second, it was his third. Right after the Poliwag that he had grown up with, which was Poliwhirl by the time his adventures begin, and a Bulbasaur that he found in Pallet Town. Pikachu was found making trouble in Viridian City, and so Red got hold of it, but it became a signature part of Red's team. Pikachu being the most iconic Pokemon that there is, it became very front and center on his team. And in the games, of course, he's always got a Pikachu despite having fully evolved teams. And you might be thinking, come on, Toby, you can't make a full video out of this. Surely there aren't that many more characters. Well, next up along the line, you have Richie and his Pikachu Sparky. We don't know if Pikachu was Richie's first Pokemon, but it definitely seems to be a mainstay of his team, sitting outside of the Pokeball a lot of the time, just like Ash's Pikachu. And in fact, Ash's Pikachu and Sparky are really good friends. Sparky is denoted, of course, by the little scruff of hair that it has. And just like Richie in the Orange Islands, when Ash goes to visit one of the Orange Island gyms, he meets a lady who gives him a big hug, thinking that Ash is his son. Because just like how Richie looks pretty identical to Ash and has a Pikachu on his shoulder, this lady also has a son that isn't Richie. A son called Travis, who looks just like Ash and has a Pikachu on his shoulder. You know, there's this big mystery as to who Ash Ketchum's father is in the show. I think there's probably a few other kids out there who are wondering who their dad is. Yeah, these guys are definitely related. And for some reason, they all gravitate towards having a Pikachu that travels on their shoulder. Also in the old school anime, there's at least one other Pikachu partner Pikachu to know, and that is Puka, the Pikachu of Victor. It's in an episode called the Pikahuna, and that might make you think, hang on, That sounds very Alolan. And Pikachu does have an evolution Raichu that has an Alolan form, the Alolan Raichu. And it's fair to say that Alolan Raichu is probably entirely inspired by this Pikachu, with its blue eyes and wanting to surf in an episode called the Pikahuna. Yeah, that's where Alolan Raichu came from. And Alolan Raichu, while not a partner Pikachu, is a partner to Hau. Hau from the more recent side of the anime more than his starter Pokemon, because that can be different depending on what you choose in Sun and Moon. In the anime, I think he's got a Rowlet and a Dartrix, but he's much better known for the relationship he has with his Pichu that he catches on Route 1, that he evolves into Pikachu, and then Alolan Raichu, it's his partner, and definitely holds a special place among his team. Now you might think, hang on a second though, that he doesn't carry Alolan Raichu on his shoulder, and fair enough, but there are more characters like that. For example, the Aura Guardian, and no, I'm not talking about the Aura Guardian, I'm talking about the Aura Guardian.
Yeah, please leave me out of this. This isn't a collab.
Hey, my bad, I didn't mean you. The Aura Guardian appears in an episode all about Spiritomb and is linked to Aura, and he's an old hero that had the power to control Aura. And he has a Pikachu on his shoulder, which is just like Ash, who also is an Aura Guardian. He has the power to control Aura, which we see in the Lucario movie. And of course, this Pikachu travels on the Aura Guardian's shoulder. In Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, of course, the main characters, I think they are Ethan and Elaine. Ethan and Elaine, I think those are the right answers. Both these characters can also start with a partner Pikachu who would travel on their shoulder, or running around behind in front of them. Now these characters are odd to me, because they exist in Let's Go alongside the character of Red, who came from Pallet Town, from the exact same house where these characters come from, but they're not related. So did they just move in after Red moved out and became the champion? Like, did he just move his mum out into some super mansion somewhere else in Kanto? Yeah, there's definitely a mystery and a Pokemon theory there. It's all left me very confused. And the whole reason I kind of had the idea for this video, it's not just them as well. Apparently every new game has to have someone with a partner Pikachu. Because in Pokemon Masters, the trainers that you play as, the Pokemon Masters, they also have a Pikachu as their partner, as their sync pair. Every trainer in Pokemon Masters has a sync pair, a Pokemon that they are particularly, I guess, well bonded to. And with the main characters in Pokemon Masters, is you. Now time for some honorable mentions. Tim Goodman in Detective Pikachu. Detective Pikachu is his partner Pokemon by the end of the film. Well, sort of still Ryan Reynolds' partner Pokemon. Spoilers, by the way. But really, throughout the journey of the film, at least, Tim Goodman and Detective Pikachu. There is a rocker character in Kalos called Jimmy who has a guitar. He dresses up a little bit like Pikachu, and he has a Pikachu called Spike. In Alola, there's someone called Picala who also dresses up like a Pikachu, and she has a whole group of Pikachu. But most notably, her main partners are Curly, Bolt, and then Boss, who is a shiny Pikachu. And finally, as far as I could find, there is also Yellow in the manga. Yellow has a Pikachu called Choo Choo, and actually Yellow even used Red's Pikachu Pika at some time. And both Pika and Choo Choo have a little bit of relationship, and they have a baby Pichu. And that Pichu goes to the character of Gold, but it's not like his partner Pichu or anything like that. And there are lots of other Pikachu and Pichu that are important throughout the franchise, like for example the Pichu Bros or the Not Dear Pichu, but those are the characters I could find that have my partner Pikachu. Of course, I might have missed some. And speaking of my partner Pikachu, thank you again to my partner Pikachu for sponsoring this video. Yes, you, I'm talking about you. It seriously means so much to have an official Pokemon toy kind of sponsoring this video. Yeah, exactly. When I was a kid, collecting Pokemon toys, Pokemon figures, imagining them battle, that was just how I got into Pokemon. It's why I love it so much today. If I could have had one that lights up like this, that makes the noise, that really immerses me in the world of Pikachu, use Thunderbolt, and it uses an attack, I would love it. I think it's really cool, and if you would like a chance to win one, again, there is a link in the description to where you can enter. And of course, if you live in the UK, again, your local retailer to get my partner Pikachu is Argos. With that being said, of course, let me know if I've forgotten anyone in the comment section. And of course, so hi, Pokemon Masters. That was well timed.
This is Ash Ketchum. You just watched a video by Birdkeeper Toby. That makes you a Pokemon Master.